Anger management training teaches a new set of coping and self-control skills.
Greater self-control? How's that happen?
First, you'll learn how to recognize when you're becoming angry, and then you'll learn how to calm yourself down.
It sounds easy. Does it work?
It sure does. For people who attend regular sessions, angry behavior can be dramatically reduced. And what's truly amazing is that it works with just about anyone who has an anger problem, from convicted criminals to family violence offenders.
And the same techniques work for people who are developmentally disabled?
Yes, people who are developmentally disabled, people who are mentally ill, and people duly diagnosed as developmentally disabled and mentally ill.
Wow.
Anger management training is appropriate for any individual with an anger problem who can understand simple speech or sign language.
That's pretty impressive. So what makes anger management training so successful?
Well, first there's the way we compose the anger management training group. Groups are small, with anywhere from 4 to 8 participants.
What if there's only one individual with an anger problem?
No problem. It's just as effective working one-to-one as in a small group. In a group, I like to have participants who know each other.
And know one another's problems?
Yep. Ideally, participants live or work together and share common experiences. In the group, they can work on some of the common problems that living and working together bring about.
Problems like what to do when someone leaves clothes in the dryer and someone else wants to use it. What to watch on TV.
Right. And working out problems like those requires competent leadership. With groups, we typically have 2 leaders.
Why 2?
One reason is that talking about anger sometimes makes people angry, so there's always some potential for an angry outburst. 2 leaders are more able to diffuse an angry situation than just one.
I see.
Both leaders should understand the anger management training process, and there are definite advantages to having at least one leader who lives or works with the participants and knows them well.
Someone like direct contact staff or a teacher.
Right. When the anger management training group leader works with participants on a day-to-day basis, she can help the participant follow through with anger management training during genuine anger episodes.
Makes sense.
Another factor in successful anger management training is the meeting place. Remember, you're going to be meeting once or twice a week for a half hour or an hour.
And so we want to be comfortable.
And relaxed. There are things you can do to make a place more comfortable.
Like comfortable chairs.
Yeah, and pillows on the floor to sit or lie down on.
What about relaxing music with some soft lighting?
Sure. The right music and lighting can set the mood. And a group runs much more smoothly when the members are comfortable.
Sounds great. When's my first session?
As a matter of fact, an anger management training session is about to start. Each anger management training session starts and ends with relaxation and visualization practice.
Okay. We're going to start relaxation. I want you to tighten the foot and relax it. And take a deep breath. Again. Corey, tighten that foot. That's just a little bit, and relax it. Okay, Lyle.
And what does relaxation have to do with anger?
Relaxation turns off the anger. You can't be angry and relaxed at the same time.
I see.
I want you to take some deep
Visualization can work the same way.
Think about it being Saturday, and we have nothing to do, and we get to go fishing.
Fishing?
Yeah, fishing, and we catch a big fish, a whale, a big fish, and we get to bring it back to the house and cook it, and it is delicious.
Right.
After relaxation and visualization, we introduce the topic of anger, starting with angry feelings.
Feels like everything is all twisted up and rotten.
Right.
You know, angry feelings are a warning sign that a person may lose control.
Nobody likes that
By
feeling.
recognizing these anger warning signs early on, the person has a better chance of controlling their anger.
That's right. And what are you supposed to do when you're angry?
Go to
Go to the safety zone and cool off, and then tell the person why you were mad.
That's right. When you're in that safety zone, what are you supposed to do to help yourself cool down?
Relax.
Relax. That's right. You're supposed to practice relax.
Safety zone is a comfortable place where the angry person goes to calm down. The subject of safety zones comes up pretty frequently.
I get mad when they would call me lazy.
They call you lazy? Somebody here calls you lazy.
Yeah, when the male resident, male client.
Okay. When somebody does something like that, you know, they're just trying to annoy you.
Next, the group discusses a specific anger
By
incident.
ignoring, and you are the best ignorer I have
Sometimes
ever
participants role play the situation that led up to the anger.
I'm going to pretend that I'm a person who's telling you some nasty things, and you can practice ignoring. Okay.
Right.
Pauline, you're lazy. Hey, lazy girl. Lazy. I don't like the way you're doing that. You're not working hard enough. You're a lazy person. But you sure are good at ignoring.
The individual
Very
practices
nice.
a positive alternative. We never ask the person with the anger problem to role play angry behavior.
See how we did this week. Pauline, what happened this week? How did you do?
Lousy.
Lousy. Did you have verbal aggression? You did, okay. What about physical? Yeah, you did it, didn't you? What about destruction? Yeah, you kicked the door.
Participants have set goals for managing their anger.
But you
It's time to
didn't
give
do
feedback.
self-injury, did you?
We acknowledge those who
Good.
made progress since the last session toward meeting their goals.
And what sort of progress?
Okay, Larry, how was your
Well,
week?
maybe
What
it's needing
happened
less
to you?
prompting to use a safety zone. It might be moving from more serious forms of aggression like physical aggression to less
Okay.
dangerous forms like verbal aggression.
Okay, we need to talk about to Lyle and see how Lyle did. How was your week, Lyle? You got all perfect. You got all 4 things perfect. When you have a good week like that, you get to pick something. Yeah, what are you going to do? Where would you like to go?
We'll go out to the Dairy Queen and eat.
Go out to the Dairy Queen. Okay, let's all clap for Lyle. He had a perfect week. Yeah.
The anger management training session concludes with relaxation and visual imagery.
Relax. Okay, I want you to tighten a foot and relax it and take a deep breath. Tighten another foot and relax it and take a deep breath.
Make sure the individual doesn't go away angry.
Great. Now I think I really understand the process.
Tighten the up.
What would you think?
It was interesting. So the anger management meeting starts with relaxation and visualization because they're effective methods of dealing with anger.
That's right.
How exactly do you teach relaxation?
Well, there are lots of good relaxation techniques. The one Jean used is called tense relax. You start out by getting comfortable.
In a chair or on the floor with pillows?
Speak in a soft voice. Lead the group as they slowly tighten and relax different muscle groups, taking a deep breath after each tightening and relaxing. Start with each foot, then each leg, then stomach muscles, each arm, neck, and face muscles,
This sounds like a good place for some relaxing music.
or nature sounds. Then you repeat the process.
This is relaxing.
You know, angry thoughts lead to angry behavior.
But when I'm angry, it's hard to think anything but angry thoughts.
That's why we teach positive visual imagery during the session. Thinking more pleasurable thoughts helps an individual calm down.
When I want to relax, I think of summer days, swinging on the porch swing, just letting the breeze blow over me.
Exactly. It's hard to stay angry when you think of an image like that. So by practicing those visualizations during the session, the participants are more able to use them when they become angry.
After visualization practice, the leaders began discussing anger.
Starting with a discussion of angry feelings. A person may feel they go right to anger, but the truth is there are a lot of feelings leading up to a full-blown anger episode. We just don't always recognize them.
As I get angry, I start to feel tight, like a belt was being tightened across my chest.
I heard one person say he felt like the top of his head was about to blow off. Another individual feels a stomach pain when angry. It's good to recognize the feelings that accompany anger.
But what if no one in the group starts talking about their angry feelings?
Well, there are a couple of things to do. The leader can talk about her own feelings. You can ask the participants to make an angry face and then discuss how that feels.
Okay.
An angry face.
This is also the time to review with the group what to do when you sense those angry feelings starting to build.
Like going to a safety zone and relaxing and thinking positive thoughts.
Exactly. A safety zone could be a bedroom, it could be going outside, It could even be sitting in a chair somewhere. Each person needs to plan where to go when angry, before the anger episode happens.
What about going for a walk or a bicycle ride?
Sure. Physical activity can be great to help an angry person calm down.
By helping the angry person work off some of the tension that builds during an angry episode?
Yes. But be careful. Some physical activities like hitting pillows, hitting trees, or chopping wood just intensify the anger.
When does the individual return from the safety zone?
When she feels calm again. And once calm, give the person the opportunity to talk to someone about why she was upset.
But isn't it hard to take that step and leave an angry situation for a safety zone?
It sure is. During an anger episode, an individual may need a verbal reminder to go to the safety zone, but that's okay.
So the goal is to learn to use the safety zone, not to stop getting angry. But can't this safety zone idea be taken advantage of? People going to a safety zone anytime they want to avoid a situation, like work.
Anytime an individual's angry, I prefer the individual take a break to regain self-control rather than stay around, lose control, and possibly hurt someone.
Well, when you put it that way, I have to agree. The next thing that happened during the session was the participants talked about specific anger incidents.
The goal is to have each participant talk about a challenging event that occurred during the week and, if possible, what were their thoughts.
Angry thoughts lead to angry behavior.
Right. Maybe you bump into me. If I think you did it on purpose, I might get angry and push you back. If I think it was an accident, I probably wouldn't get angry at all.
It's the way we think about an incident that determines whether or not we get angry.
Precisely. And often people with anger problems jump to the worst conclusions without checking out other, more realistic alternatives.
So we try to help the individual learn to think about situations more realistically.
Definitely.
Up next, individuals in the group received feedback for successfully managing their anger since the last session.
Yes. Each individual has anger management goals. For one person, it may be to use a safety zone with only one reminder. For another person, it may be to go to a safety zone and not have to yell. For still another person, it may be to be verbally aggressive, but not physically aggressive.
I never looked at it that way, but I can see where yelling is a big improvement over hitting.
It sure is. We try to be graphic about each participant's anger management performance, so we use a chart. When a participant hasn't had any instances of a particular angry behavior since the last session, the leader marks it on the chart.
The chart had each person's name and the angry behaviors they were working to reduce.
We not only include the angry behaviors that an individual has a difficult time controlling,
like yelling or hitting.
We also include behavior that the individual has an easier time controlling.
That way everyone is a winner?
Sure. Everyone has something to be proud of. And if an individual has had a perfect week, no angry outbursts of any kind, the person gets something special like going out for dinner or a videotape, something they've chosen ahead of time.
Great.
No matter what, we try to be positive and encourage the individual to try again if they haven't had a perfect week.
All right, and next week we're going to have lots more zeros and lots more perfect weeks, right? Good.
Learning to manage anger is hard work.
At the end of the session, we practice relaxation and positive visual imagery again.
So no one leaves angry.
Right. You see, Laura, none of this works without a supportive environment. Everyone has to support anger management training and encourage individuals to use anger management during anger episodes.
I can help support it by encouraging people to relax when they're angry, to think of more positive images, and to make use of the safety zone.
You know, for a person with a developmental disability, an anger problem means people don't want to be with you or near you in the community.
Everyone's afraid of what might happen if the individual becomes angry.
Absolutely. That's why anger management training is so important. Anger management training leads to greater self-control. And greater self-control when angry ultimately leads to greater freedom and more opportunities in the community.
Well, what I've learned here has made me look at anger in a new way.
Remember, anger is natural.
It's not the anger that's the problem. It's what you do when you're angry. So when I'm angry, I can go to a safety zone and calm down, or take a walk, or ride a bike.
Angry thoughts just lead to angry behaviors.